Here's why Otto will be exposed in Season 2. What if everything Otto Hightower built over decades of careful manipulation is about to come crashing down in the most spectacular way possible? What if Season 2 of House of the Dragon is setting up the ultimate downfall for the man who thought he was untouchable? The cracks are already showing, the secrets are starting to leak, and Otto Hightower is about to learn the hardest lesson in Westerosi politics. You can only betray people for so long before someone decides to return the favor. Welcome back to Westeros Throne, where today we are breaking down exactly why Otto's carefully constructed empire of lies is about to explode in his face. But before we dive into Otto's impending disaster, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell, because Season 2 is going to be absolutely wild, and you need to be here for all the analysis, theories, and jaw-dropping moments as they happen. So let us talk about where Otto stands at the start of Season 2. On the surface, everything looks great for him. His grandson is king. The Greens control King's Landing, and Otto is back as Hand of the King after his temporary dismissal. Mission accomplished, right? But here is the problem. Otto's entire power structure is built on secrets, manipulation, and people not looking too closely at what he has done. And in war, which is exactly where the Dance of the Dragons is heading, secrets have a nasty habit of coming to light at the worst possible moments. First, let's talk about the biggest secret that is about to blow up in Otto's face. The circumstances of Aegon's coronation. Otto moved so fast after Viserys died that he did not give anyone time to question the narrative. But now, with the realm splitting into factions and everyone choosing sides, people are going to start asking uncomfortable questions. Did Viserys really change his mind about the succession? Did he actually want Aegon to be king? Or did Otto just exploit a dying man's delirious rambling to justify a coup? These questions are already circulating, and Season 2 is going to force Otto to answer them. And here's where it gets really interesting. Alicent knows the truth. She was there in the room when Viserys died. She heard what he actually said, and deep down, she probably knows that her interpretation was wishful thinking at best and deliberate misunderstanding at worst. As Alicent continues her journey away from Otto's control, as she starts questioning whether crowning Aegon was really the right choice, she becomes a ticking time bomb of truth. If Alicent ever decides to publicly question the legitimacy of Aegon's claim, if she ever admits that maybe Viserys did not actually change his mind, Otto's entire justification for the coup collapses. And Season 2 is setting up Alicent to do exactly that. But the Viserys deathbed controversy is just one of Otto's problems. Let us talk about all the other skeletons in his closet that are about to start rattling around. How about the fact that Otto sent his teenage daughter to seduce a grieving king? How about all the years of manipulation and scheming to undermine Rhaenyra's position? How about the secret alliances and backroom deals that Otto made to ensure Aegon could take the throne? All of this stuff was hidden when Otto was in control of the narrative. But in war, when enemies are looking for ammunition and allies are looking for reasons to switch sides, every dirty secret becomes a weapon. And speaking of enemies with ammunition, let's talk about Rhaenyra and her council. They know Otto orchestrated this whole thing. They know he is the mastermind behind Aegon's coronation. And you better believe they're going to use that information to undermine the Greens' legitimacy at every opportunity. Rhaenyra is not just fighting for the throne. She is fighting to expose Otto as a usurper and a traitor. Every raven she sends, every lord she speaks to, every public declaration she makes is going to hammer home the message that Otto Hightower stole the crown and is manipulating a weak king to maintain his own power. That narrative is poison for Otto's reputation, and it is already spreading. But here's where Season 2 gets really juicy. Otto is about to face rebellion from within his own camp. We have already seen Alicent starting to push back against him. We have seen Aegon struggling with being a king he never wanted to be. We have seen Aemond chafing under Otto's cautious, calculated approach to war. The Green faction is not a unified front. It is a powder keg of competing egos, conflicting priorities, and deep-seated resentments. And guess who is at the center of all that tension? Otto Hightower, the man everyone blames for putting them in this situation. Let's talk about Aegon specifically because his relationship with Otto is about to become a major problem. Aegon knows he was not Viserys' choice. He knows Otto pushed him into this role. He knows that every decision Otto makes as hand is really about advancing Otto's interests, not Aegon's. And as the war intensifies, as the casualties mount, as the pressure increases, Aegon is going to start asking why he should keep listening to the man who got him into this mess. Season 2 is setting up a confrontation between Aegon and Otto, and when that happens, all of Otto's manipulations are going to come out into the open. And then there is Aemond, who might be Otto's biggest liability of all. Aemond is impulsive, violent, and completely uninterested in Otto's careful political games. He wants action, he wants revenge, he wants to use Vagr to burn their enemies to ash. Every time Otto tries to restrain him, every time Otto pushes for caution and strategy, Aemond gets more frustrated. And frustrated people with dragons tend to do reckless things that expose secrets and ruin carefully laid plans. Aemond is a loose cannon, and Otto is desperately trying to keep him pointed away from his own feet, but it is only a matter of time before that cannon fires in the wrong direction. But let us talk about what really seals Otto's fate. He is losing control of the narrative. In Season 1, Otto controlled what people knew and when they knew it. He controlled access to Viserys. He controlled the flow of information. He controlled the small council. But in Season 2, with war breaking out and communication happening outside his sphere of influence, Otto is losing that control. Stories are spreading that he cannot suppress. Rumors are circulating that he cannot squash. The truth about his machinations is leaking out like water through a cracked dam, and there is nothing he can do to stop it. And here is the thing that is going to really destroy Otto. His own allies are going to turn on him. The lords who supported Aegon's coronation did so because Otto convinced them it was legitimate, that Viserys had changed his mind, that this was the lawful succession. But as the war drags on, as they lose battles and suffer casualties, as they start to realize that maybe Otto sold them a lie, they're going to be furious. So when we talk about why Otto will be exposed in Season 2, we're not just talking about one revelation or one moment of truth. We're talking about a complete unraveling of everything Otto has built, a systematic destruction of his reputation, his power, and his legacy. Season 2 is going to peel back the layers of Otto's schemes and show everyone exactly what kind of man he really is, and it is going to be spectacular to watch. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.